Hello and welcome to another video here on structural coverage. Today we are not in the code editor, but we are in GitHub because we will look into an open merge request that I've created some days ago in the word clock watch face project. I've developed the code some days ago in Croatia on my laptop, so unfortunately I could not record the session. That's why we will now just look into the merge request, but hopefully I can still give you a quite good overview what happened and why I had to make these changes. But before doing so, I've added a new tool to my setup. So if I now just type something, you can see the keystrokes at the bottom right corner. So I hope this helps you to better follow what I'm doing, especially also when navigating in Vim and writing code, but maybe it also already helps in this video. So let's go to the open merge requests, and here we have it. Add first version of Hindi. Like the title already says, this will add Hindi language support to the word clock watch face. This was quite challenging because the language is quite hard, especially for me, because also already the characters I don't understand. But I had some really great help of Manoj and Avanish. And so I hope that all the grammar and all these things are right. But we will see then in the future testing. And the other quite difficult thing was that the Hindi alphabet, the Hindi characters, is using Unicode from the Devanagari Unicode block. So that means we have some Unicode suffix that broke some parts of the abstract clock class, and this is also why I had to make quite a few changes. Normally when adding a language, it's mostly just adding a new class for the language and adding a new test class, and that's it. But here I had to make also some changes in this abstract clock class. And also I decided to make some changes in all the other languages, but we will see in a second. Let's first have a look how such a layout looked in the past. You can also already see here the changes. It was always that we have this string values, variables, and normally I just split it between every character. So I split the string between every character, and this was then just displayed on the screen in the matrix. But because we have now this Unicode blocks, and I will show you how this looks like. So let's just take this string here. Let's open the inspector. Let's go to the console here. And let's add another string. And these are 11 characters, and we will just delete the white spaces now. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can already see that I cannot navigate to the left. So these are 11 characters, but if I say length, we get 14. And this is the actual issue. So let's have a quick look here. And when I here navigate with the left arrow key, I'm jumping right into this character. And once more, then I'm out. So these are actual 2 Unicode characters. And if I just press a space in between, you can also see we have there this circle here. This means this is really just a suffix, and here belongs another character, and yeah, it will just add the character that was added before, and they are somehow merged together. But this was a big issue just now in my code, because I was always just splitting between the characters and then just displaying every character in the matrix by itself. But now there are certain characters that belong together, and that's why, yeah, I have to decide to add a separator. That's what we can see here. I've added the separator here. Per default, it's a white space. Maybe there might be in the future some weird case where white space is not working. That's why I made it configurable. So we have this space, separator, and I've changed all the layouts now also to use the separator. I thought about making this optional, but it was not so nice just to write the code and to maintain, because everywhere I had to check, okay, is the separator now unequal null? Then let's split here. If not, then not. It was just easier to say, okay, let's introduce a separator just for all the languages. And this, of course, changed also some other parts of the code, but we'll see in a second. So I've added here the HIN ISO3 language code, and when this is provided into this get clock static function, we'll just return an instance of the Hindi clock. Here I could simplify a little bit. What we are doing is here, this is especially for the square layout, because the round layout is quite easy. We just use all the strings from all the rows that are defined at the top in the actual in the real classes, and yeah, these are then the layout. But in the square layout, we have to somehow fill the gaps, right? If you're already a running version of the code, you can see in round it's working perfectly, because here we have 11, here 12, and so more and more rows when we're coming to the center, because here we just have much more width. But when we now have a square layout, of course, we would like to have every character nicely below each other, and then we have to fill here. Now we have to get here some more characters in, and this is what this build layout string square is doing. This will check for every row how many characters are missing on the left side, how many are missing on the right side. We get a random character string when we just provide in the amount. So we say, hey, give me 3 random characters. This will return a string with 3 random characters. This will also use the separators. So they are also separated with this separator variable. And then we will just either insert at index 0, so up front, or we will just append it to the actual row string. Of course, there are now some places where we really have to use the separator now. So here we split by the separator, and we cannot just take the source length, because this is actually exactly the problem that you also saw in JavaScript. So we get here 14, but we would like to get a length of 11. So we just split by separator, and then we can just take the size of this array, of this list we just get here. And also here, wherever we just did row.iterator, this will iterate over every character. We now split by the separator and then get the iterator. This I had to do here also in some other places. I've adjusted all the existing languages to use the space. And this is now the actual Hindi clock implementation. We have the actual layout. We have the get layout function, where we really take the date, take the time, and build the real layout and highlight the right characters. This will happen here. Really one of the most complex languages I had so far. The get position, quite straightforward. And we are also overwriting the get character set, because yeah, this is also for the square layout. When we fill this empty space, of course, we only want to use characters, Hindi characters. We don't want to fill this with an A, with an B, with an C. That would look really strange, but we want to fill it with Hindi characters, and that's why we just override the character set. And I've not added the full alphabet here, but just some characters that are enough. And that's actually it. You already saw it a second before, but still, let's have a look into how it looks then on the watch. Exactly like always, we have our minute dots, we have the date here, and here we have all the Hindi characters. Also these Unicode blocks here, for example, this one here, these are actually two Unicode characters merged together, and now it's just 3:15, and this is the Hindi layout. Yeah, I hope you got a good overview what I've done here and why I had to do this, and I hope you liked the video, and then hopefully we see each other in the next one. So, bye bye.